All right. Well, hi guys. Hi, Laurie.
Hi.
We are here today because we want to share with you guys some ideas on how to do a Scentsy fundraiser.
Yes.
We've both done successful fundraisers, and we know there's lots of questions, and we want to be able to give you guys tools and information, because I think sometimes people don't even actually understand that can actually be a really successful part of our business as a Scentsy consultants. Laurie's done some really good fundraisers. Laurie, do you want to maybe tell them a little bit of what you've done?
Oh, for sure. So we'll just kind of go back a bit to the very first one that I ever did. Actually, it was Meghann who got me started with Scentsy and fundraising as well. She found me on a prayer group, asked me if I wanted to do a fundraiser for this sweet family that was going through quite a big trial. Their 10-year-old daughter was just diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and her name was Bryn Lund. So Meghann sent me down just this little kit, like a little basket party kit, and said, here's what you do. And so she gave me kind of like the ideas, and I just looked at it because I had some direct selling experience, and I just went crazy, like from business to business throughout the community, people I knew. And then we were going to follow up the week with a home party in my home, and we did. So I worked my butt off that whole week and just was so excited about it because, one, I had a cause. I had a reason why I was doing what I was doing, and I think that's key.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
When you're doing a cause fundraiser, let's kind of just take it there for a second.
Yeah.
So when you have a cause that you decided you want to do, you really just want to be behind it. And so that one was really great. And Meghann told me too she was going to donate all her commissions, and I was like, who does that? And I really didn't know what Scentsy was. And when she came down and started setting up everything, I kind of was like, oh my gosh, I need to be a part of this, because who gives away 100% of their commission, and who doesn't love all this wonderful stuff that she is like doing? And so I was hooked from then, and I joined that Sunday. It was, I think, a Friday night, and then I joined Sunday night.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
6 years into it, which is great.
Yeah.
So, and that was great. I think we donated $600 to them as a family.
Yep.
You did.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, she did. And then the second one I undertook was when our custom warmers came out. I did an actual custom warmer that said Team Bryn, and it had the purple ribbon on it. And again, I just, I contacted Bryn. She was in the hospital. She had gone back into remission, and I was coming out from camping. And I told her, I said, I have this great idea. I said, let's do a fundraiser with a custom warmer for you. What do you think? And she's like, oh, Laurie, that'd be so exciting. And I did it. I was heading into camping, because when I came out of camping, I thought, well, I might sell maybe 35 warmers, because I needed 24 to make a start.
Yep.
I'd come out of camping with 112 warmers already.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was great. So what I did was I decided that I was going to give all my commissions to the Ronald McDonald House. That was actually... It was the best fundraiser I ever did. I gave them $3,500 cash.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's so awesome.
I know. It makes my heart. Makes my heart quiver, because when you go there, you see people who really need to be there, and that $3,500 went to help those people who couldn't afford to be there. And Bryn lived there for like 3 years. It was like. Fundraising is the key, you guys.
Yeah.
It's such a great. It's great. I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, like, hearing what Laurie said, having a cause. So there's lots of different ways you guys can do fundraisers, and we're going to talk about different ways.
Yep.
Number one, though, no brainer. If you have a cause that you support, or you're close to somebody who's part of a cause that needs some extra support, or anything basically that you have a soft spot in your heart, you're going to work harder for that, because you feel passionate about it, you're excited about it. Or maybe somebody in your community or your close family or friend circle is part of a cause or organization that really could use some support. You could do a fundraiser for them. And I think, you guys, you have to like think outside the box with fundraisers. You have to be flexible with where you think fundraisers can come from. They can come from big organizations, big causes.
Yeah.
Like Laurie turned around, was able to use a personal cause like Bryn to flip it around to support a bigger cause like Ronald McDonald. But you guys, I have done even small fundraisers for small causes. It doesn't even have to be a cause on paper with a name and a title and marketing. I have done a fundraiser for a friend whose goal and dream to be an Ironman triathlete, and he needed money to buy a fancy bike that was like a couple $1,000s. So all I did was I said, hey, do a big home party. I will invite all your friends and we'll call this Adam's like Ironman fundraising party. Tell everybody why they're coming, and if they purchase, that all of my commissions are going to go to Adam to help him buy his bike for the Ironman. So it doesn't have to be a huge, or a tragic cause, like
No.
Something really extreme. If there is a need and you can help someone fill a need, that is what fundraising is. I also did one last year. We have our schools here, all the grade 6 kids go to winter camp, and each kid is responsible to round up $250 in September to pay for their winter camp. Well, that's a really hard time of year for some families to dish out $250 when they just got done school fees, clothes, school shopping, all that stuff that comes with starting up back to school, joining sports teams, stuff. And so what I did is, her mom did the same thing. His mom did the same thing. She had a home party. We used the website. I put a fundraising party on my website. Her family from different places were able to order, and just did a big home party. And we were able to, she was able to get enough orders that covered $250. It was like to the T. My commission was exactly to the T of what they needed. So you guys, that's the thing, is it doesn't have to be something so organized where you have to go like present and like walk up in a business suit and your briefcase and go present this fundraiser to someone in an office building. Yeah. It can be anything close to your heart. It can be people in your community. It could be your neighbor down the street. It's literally you just seeing a need and saying, hey, I can help out with my Scentsy commission. The cool thing is when you guys do the fundraiser, the people that you're doing it for, they're grateful for those commissions. Absolutely. They aren't concerned about what you do with those host rewards. So
did you hear that?
Yes. So you can take advantage. You put the fundraiser through as a home party. You process the order as a home party, and you give them your commission, but you can keep the host rewards, or you can use the host rewards as like a fun little initiative for if there's top sellers or whatever. But ultimately, what you do with those host rewards are your business.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm just going to jump in and share with you too. I did a small fundraiser for the volleyball team. They were heading off to provincials, and so we did a quick little Scent Circle fundraiser just before Christmas time. And as Meghann said earlier, you can it's your business. You can do whatever you want with this fundraiser. You can offer incentives, as she said, for top sellers. So I had grade 11 and 12 girls. So, okay, for me personally, I thought, how fun would it be to give the top seller a little gift card from Lululemon?
Oh, yeah.
Like, perfect. Who doesn't want to work their butt off to get a gift card from Lululemon?
Heck yeah, I do. Yeah.
So, I mean, you can do anything like that. You can say, I have a gal who does a really great little fundraiser down in Tabor there with the nursery kids, and she does buddies for the top sellers.
Oh, perfect.
And that's Carrie Farrell. Hey, Carrie. Anyways, okay.
Yes. Okay. What we did though is we brought up, I'm going to log in and we're going to go over your guys' questions because we posted on that page. And you guys gave us some really good questions to work from.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back and forth and answer your questions. Okay. So Leanne is asking, she's saying, what is the best way to do fundraising to make it simple yet effective? What do you think, Laura, on that?
Okay, well, when I first saw that question, Leanne, I just thought, okay, simple, definitely. People like things that are simple. First thing that popped to my mind then was the Scent Circle fundraiser.
Yes.
Okay, that is a simple fundraiser for quite a few reasons. One, you're going to go through and pick out 10 of your favorite, or the organization you're meeting with, they can pick out 10 from the favorites collection, and you're going to use only those 10 to promote for the fundraiser, and you're going to set them in packs of 3. You're not going to say, okay, she wants Sunkissed Citrus, Winter Pine, and Christmas Cottage, and so then you're going through putting these things all together. You're just going to say 3 Christmas Cottage, 3 Winter Pine, 3 Sunkissed Citrus. Okay, simple. You're going to bring it into a simple little
And there's
category.
lots of documents, you guys.
Yeah,
there's so many helpful Scentsy consultants that have created. There is documents that you can print off and give to these organizations, so you don't have to create. These have already been created for us to use. You can just say, here's your flyer. This explains if we're doing a Scent Circle fundraiser. Here's what the scents that you can choose from. And here's the little packages. Like everything is already like made for you guys.
Yeah.
So, and we can post these, repost them in the file section on TWW if you want to grab them. So the work has been done. We also just came up with, and we haven't even released the flyer yet. Wonderful Anna Hunter in TWW made a really cute flyer. We thought of doing a laundry fundraiser, and we were going to call
So
it
cute.
Washed with Love, and just promote the laundry products and highlight the Laundry Love package. Because if you can get people ordering a $60 Laundry Love package, that could be a really great fundraiser that's with quite high sales.
Yeah.
But then also highlight if they just want some whiffs or some of the detergent, like, you know, have those choices, because there's only a few in there anyways. So that would be so cute for like hockey teams and sports teams where all of their stuff stinks anyways.
Yeah.
Getting all of the parents even buying the laundry products and being able to donate that back to their sports team, right? So that's so that's a really good question though. Leanne asked how to do simple yet effective. So simple, if you want a simple one, then you can take what Laurie said, do a scent circle, do a specific
Product.
Like the buddy clips. Some people have done buddy clips for elementary schools. If you want to keep it simple, then yes, you can pull out select products of the catalog and just focus on that.
Yeah. I think the effectiveness too, because that was another part of your question, is how to be effective about it. I think keeping in contact with the people who are doing the fundraiser at the time is key. Like, don't just hand them your paperwork and this and just say, okay, come back to me on the 15th, I'll collect orders.
Yes.
You know, have a person who within the organization that can be your contact person, right?
Yep.
That you can be hand in hand working with them and say, hey, have we touched base with our, you know, people? And, oh, let's check in. Let's have this date be a check-in date. Maybe create a group on Facebook. I mean, oh gosh, I said a group. I know we're a part of a lot of groups on Facebook.
Just a temporary group.
Yeah, temporary.
Yes.
Just temporary event group or something, right?
Yeah.
Make it an event.
An event that other people can see it.
Yes, absolutely. And that way there you can pull, you can be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Involved? Or
Interactive?
Interactive, yes, and involved with. I think that's the effective part.
Yep. Other ideas too, if you're doing a fundraiser, it doesn't have to just be like Laurie said, here's your paper and I'll check your packages and I'll check back with you in 2 weeks. Some things I've done before is like I've done a school fundraiser, but I've offered to bring into my school, a little set of mini testers so people can actually have the smells. So if you're doing a fundraiser, instead of just sending out packages, you could say, hey, I'm going to come, I will be available at the school. Maybe there's, sometimes there's schools, events or things going on in the evening at the school. Ask the school, hey, can I set up a table and have my testers out? So people that want to smell what they're going to order, if they can come, you can piggyback on, you know, if there's a parent teachers night or there's a school play or whatever it is, something already, ask them if you can come and just set up a little table, and that will help people come pick their smells. I've even done a fundraising open house for my, I do a school fundraiser every year, and I invited all the parents of the grade 6 kids. They can come to my house on this night. It's an open house just for the fundraiser, and the parents can come. They can come smell their smells, because that's the one thing that people will be like, oh, I want to smell. How do I smell all of these smells?
Yeah,
so you can incorporate it. There's no rules, guys. Like you want to make yourself available. You want to get your smells in front of people's noses. You could even leave a little basket of testers at the school office, or, you know, if you're doing it for a sports team, you can send it with one of the moms and say, hey, keep these samples with you for the week. If you're going on a hockey tournament weekend, take these samples, round up some, you know, while you're sitting in the bleachers, smell the smells or whatever.
I did actually that. That's funny you said that, but I was coordinating the cafeteria one time for my daughter's volleyball tournament. I literally, this is like, had my testers in the back and Scentsy catalogs out there. And so some of the moms from other towns would come, oh, Scentsy, oh, I haven't smelled. And I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead, I'm putting orders in. And then they ordered up. And you know, hello, you just got yourself a customer too, right? That's going to help you too. For those of you struggling possibly who say right at this time, you know, you're having a hard time booking parties, fundraising is going to take you into a different area that you haven't been yet, right? And those are the connections too that are going to open up home parties again, possibly for you.
Absolutely. Somebody else asks, that they are not even sure where to start or how or where to start. So where to start is look around your own communities, look at your own contacts, your own friends. Look on Facebook if you see people posting, especially, oh my goodness, if you get people knocking on your door trying to collect bottles. I get bottle drives for hockey teams all the time.
Yeah.
So approach agencies that you know that are going to be fundraising anyways.
Yeah.
And just say, hey, I can offer a different new, fresh fundraiser for you guys. And the great thing is, you guys, we all have PWSs. I hope you all have your subscriptions up, because you can put a link on there. People from all over the country, if they've got grandmas, grandpas, aunts that live in Toronto or Nova Scotia, they can order from all over the country and support their fundraiser instead of just having it relying on just being what's in the community, which most people have to rely on.
And we're getting new PW, our party, oh my gosh, that is going to be so exciting. Can you share with them a little bit?
Yep.
Just a quick moment.
Scentsy is upgrading on September 1st. They are making our PWS amazing. They're giving it a big overhaul. You can do a fundraising party, and you can put a picture of the organization, or if it's a sports team or a family you're supporting, you can put their picture. You could even link a cute little video explaining the cause more. They can join the party. There's gonna be a countdown clock on your website saying this fundraiser is open for 3 more days, and it's going to be counting down continually, like a 24-hour clock going down. And then what else do they have? They can, it's going to show on your website who's joined the fundraiser party. So you can see all the Facebook profiles of people that have actually joined it. So there's going to be a huge overhaul. There's a like it list, you can refer, and you can tell people on the party on your website what your preferred or favorite products are. You can recommend products for them. So it's going to be so easy. And best part, Scentsy ships it right to their house. You don't touch it. It goes right to the door. You get paid for it, and then you can turn around and donate those commissions to them.
Excellent.
Commissions, that's one thing. You guys, there's no rule about how much you should donate. Ethically, I feel the right thing to do is donate all your commissions. I don't think we should financially pocket any actual commission we make off a fundraiser. It just doesn't feel right. Yeah. Again, there is no rule, and some people will say, I'm going to donate 15%. Remember, the more percentage you can donate, the more appealing it is to them, right? They're going to choose you over someone else if you can say, hey, I can give a greater donation back. So donate your commission. If it's under 2,000 PRV, then you get 25%, right? Donate that 25%. If you go above 2,000 PRV and you get that 5% bonus, then you can actually donate 30% back. Remember, you're keeping the host rewards that you can turn around and sell. So you are actually going to recoup some of those costs, just kind of dribbling in throughout the year as you turn around and sell those products. If you've got a trade show or a fair coming up, excellent way to get stock to sell off your table by doing that. So
no, that's excellent.
So where do you start? Literally, it's approaching people, guys. You've just got to ask, who needs a fundraiser? Where's the need, right?
I did today. Before I drove up here, I contacted one of the school teachers in the high school. I have been wanting to approach our local high school for years, but literally I have been scared to do it. Yeah, me. I get scared. I get scared to do stuff. That is unbelievable for some people. But I did today, and I was met with a great response. So I contacted the gal who I know really well, and she directed me to the student council liaison that's over top of the student council for fundraising, who happens to be my 2 daughters' favorite teacher, and who happened to love my last daughter that just went through high school. And so I am going to use their name.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Tiffany's mom and Mac's mom.
Yep.
And then Mr. Friesen's going to go, oh, I love those girls. They're great.
Yep.
Use them. Use your kids.
And use the people you're connected to.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's got a lot to do with it. So I am crossing my fingers and my toes that I can do something for Myers somewhere in either their travel club, their sports clubs, their arts, anything, band, anything. There's so many. A school's just a tapping of it.
Yeah. There's so many, guys. So where to start? Literally, like we just said, you have to ask people. And don't be intimidated because you haven't done one. There's lots of documents. There's lots of support help to kind of help walk you through it. But you have to just ask for people. Find out where the need is. If your kids are involved in sports teams, clubs, any organizations, if they're going on trying to do mission trips or they're trying to do volunteer work,
a really great
huge one. A lot of times people have to fund their own mission trips or volunteer trips. perfect chance. Even just throw a home party and say, hey guys, this is gonna all go toward, you know, Susie's mission trip.
Yeah.
This is me, instead of me keeping my commission, I'm gonna donate it. So it's so simple. It doesn't have to be lots of paperwork and super structured and approaching, you know, far away people. It can be, the needs are all over right in your own communities. So where to start? Honestly, you have to ask. Once you ask, if they say yes or no, then you go. If they say yes, then you start working out what kind of fundraiser. Are you going to do an online fundraiser? Are you going to have a home party style fundraiser? Are you going to send home fundraising envelopes for a certain amount of time with kids or whoever's involved and collect them back together? So there's different organized fundraisers that you can do. Are you going to do a specific product fundraiser like the Scent Circle?
Yep.
Or are you going to do
Laundry
a big
level.
catalog one? So those are all those are all the ones that you'll have to decide at that point.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
There's one from Carrie.
Okay.
So if someone is interested in doing a fundraiser, what kind of info do I give them?
Okay, Carrie,
Sorry.
I think you have to remember you do good fundraisers. So I think just going on what you've done in the past. Now, if someone is interested in doing a fundraiser, what kind of info do I give them? I think basically it's like Meghann was saying, we can go in and look at our files, right?
Yep.
And check out the docs as far as the proposal part of it, if that's what you're asking, which I kind of think it is.
Yep.
But then there's also, we've got a couple things that are available to us in the workstation.
Yep.
Or in our Scentsy store.
Yep.
This is the showcase brochure. This is one that would be specific for the entire catalog, right? So not specific, sorry. You would have an opportunity to sell anything from the catalog, and it comes in a really nice little pamphlet.
Like 4 pages.
Yeah.
So you don't, and it's way more cost effective. You don't feel like you have to go out and buy
Yeah.
hundreds of real catalogs.
Yeah.
I think a package of like this they come in a package of 25, and I think
Yeah.
it's $6.
Yeah.
With that said, you guys, what you can do with your fundraising commission, you can keep a little percentage of your fundraising commission when you get paid to cover business expenses. And you can
Yeah.
let the organization say, I will give you my commissions, but I first have to recoup, like if you spent $50 or $100 on paperwork part of it, like getting these. There's also fundraising
These are
envelopes.
excellent.
Yes, that you can keep track of. Hold on. Gives you the organization. You can keep track of all the participants. There's even instructions on the back.
Love the back. Yeah.
You can let them know that there's paper costs to running a fundraiser. So you're gonna take that amount back to pay off because you had to order these, and then the rest you donate. So you're not expected. That's okay to cover your paperwork part of it.
One thing I want to mention, when you do use the showcase brochures, there isn't multi-packs, is there?
No.
So, and don't
offer 'em.
So if somebody who says, oh, but I buy from my consultant all the time, I know that there is, say, they say, I know that there are these combine and save packages. What you will reply back to them is, yeah, totally, with our catalog there is, but this is a specific fundraiser for blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And we are utilizing
Yeah.
the most
Basically,
to get the best.
Yeah, if you explain it to them,
Yeah.
saying, by doing these discounted packages, that's less I can give back.
Right.
So for fundraising purposes, that's why there's
What she
no
said.
packages, just because you want to maximize the amount of donation you can give back. So help them, and usually they'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
And then when they order after
Yeah.
the fundraiser's over, they can have their 6-pack back.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Yeah. And what I love too is that it's so much nicer to sit in your room and look over and see a warmer that you bought because for Joey's trip to Africa or supported the skating, not chocolate, not a wreath that's gonna die on your door.
Not pizza or cookie dough for the 30,000th time.
I know. So we've been on the rounds.
Yes.
Okay.
Wendy's asking what options are there, as in what are the different kinds of fundraisers you can do? What situations are best for which kind of fundraisers? Okay.
I think we kind of answered that.
Yeah.
But we can.
There's so many. There's sports clubs, there's organizations, there's charitable causes, there's individual people. The easiest ones to get might be ones with people's individual needs, right? So if you have a friend who's trying to send a kid to a volunteer trip, If you have a friend that has to raise X amount of dollars to go on a band trip, those might be easier ones to do, and you could do a simple home party. That's the thing is, I think if you look to start off, don't feel like you have to go approach the Ronald McDonald House as your very first fundraiser ever. Start off close in your community with people that you know. If you see a need, if you have someone that has, I know hockey is super expensive.
Yes.
These hockey families are expected to put out thousands of dollars for equipment, for travel, for everything. So even if they're not advertising that they're fundraising, if you know a family in hockey, and my goodness, we're all in Canada, we all know families in hockey, go approach the family and say, hey, do you have any extra hockey expenses this year that you would like a little help with? Because I can do that. Let's do a home party and I will help you. I'll give you my commission. We'll do a little hockey fundraiser for your kids, even if it's just to buy new equipment or whatever. Yeah. So I would say for people starting out, look very small, get a little taste of what a fundraiser does so you're not overwhelmed and intimidated. Do something really small. Laurie, you were saying that someone had done a daycare?
Yeah, we had one of the gals in my team did a fundraiser for the daycare that she was working for, and what had happened is that they had lost a lot because of the H1N1. They had to get rid of a lot of their toys, just totally obliterate all their toys. And so what we did is we did a little fundraiser for them to help purchase toys, even, something simple just like that. And they did. They were able to collect, I think they were able to earn, $600 or $700 worth of toy money to go back and pick up toys. And they were really excited about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a really great idea. And what was the other thing I was just thinking of? Oh, going back just a little bit about approaching Ronald McDonald House. I want you ladies to know, I never did, and gentlemen, I never did approach Ronald McDonald House and say, hey, can I do a fundraiser for you? Because I think we have to be careful. With Scentsy. I don't know. I have to double check I'll come back and comment on this thread, but that we're not overstepping bounds or anything. But what I did do is I did it with a person, and I just I called them up one day and said, hey, I did a fundraiser and I have a check for you guys. I'd love to drop it off. And they were like, oh, really? For sure. Come by. And so I did. And they were like, their jaw dropped when I came in with a $3,500 check. And they're like, it was awesome. You were there, weren't you? Yeah. It was a great day. It was such a great day. So just remember that. You don't always have to get their permission. Don't feel intimidated by that. Just do it and show up.
A lot of, you see Red Cross, they're always saying for donations, please text us here. Here's how you can donate. Here's how you can do this. So you could independently, do your own fundraiser and say, I'm going to donate all of this toward this cause. Yeah. I think you do. The only thing you have to be a little bit careful is if you're naming a cause, you have to be careful with printed material. Yeah. You can't go make up material and put their logos on stuff without their permission. Correct. But if you're just telling people, or hey, I'm going to do a big party, or I'm going to do a basket party and I'm going to send off a basket party, to a few people, a few different offices, work offices, and all of that funds together, I'm going to choose to donate it to the Red Cross or donate it to Big Sisters and Big Brothers or whatever it is. Those organizations are going to be very grateful, and you can even send that donation in online. You don't have to actually make a trip. You could just, that's the thing is you can do it. There's so much flexibility here. That's what I'm hoping you guys are seeing. Right. You guys, you can also do Wendy's asking, what are the different kinds? Online. You could do a completely whole Facebook online fundraising party. It doesn't have to be paper and pamphlets. It can be all online orders. Interactive. They have to be really good though. You have to really work with the people. Yeah. Facebook and online, that's a whole different, you have to have some skills, and really you need to work with the people that are part of it to get people to the event, to promote it, to keep them engaged. So that's a whole different skill set you have to kind of work on. But it doesn't all have to be paper and envelopes. Basically, anyhow you can get those orders into your workstation or on your website in that cause's name is just, you're going to give back that money to them instead of you keep it.
I like that.
Yes. Okay. What else?
Leanna Potter. What's the most effective fundraiser?
Effective fundraiser?
Oh gosh,
I think that's a hard one. There isn't just one, guys.
Yeah.
That's the thing is effective is how hard are you going to work at it?
yeah, absolutely.
And there's a couple things like there's some kind of fundraising things like you don't want a fundraiser to go on for months and months. You need to be really clear and set a time frame.
That is a great point.
Usually I like the fundraiser to end in the same calendar date that it starts. Just for Scentsy, for commission purposes, it's easier to not split up fundraising amounts on 2 different pays. So you can have it start like the 1st and end the 15th. I think 2 weeks is a good amount of time to run a fundraiser. After that, it kind of gets lost or forgotten about. So you want a very clear stop and start date. Effective though. Effective really is going to be how far is your reach?
Yeah.
And are you going to get people to help you on it? How out there are you going to get with it? Are you going to
how much are you willing to put out?
Yes.
It comes back to the consultant. It really, really does. Like, you can hope and wish and want it to be a successful, I've had some that have tanked too, that were absolute. I even got turned down by one of the local schools that my kids all attended. And I was heartbroken because I went in there, to the PAC committee and so super excited because I know how wonderful products this is. And they were just like, no.
Yeah, schools can be tricky.
Oh, they can be.
They can because schools, they're kind of regimented. They've done the same thing for lots of years, and they have their programs they support. Also, you guys keep in mind with schools, they plan way in advance.
Yeah.
So usually you can't just walk in September and say, let's start a fundraiser next month.
Should have been doing that.
Yeah. So you have to be way prepared for them. Just because they plan in advance. But if you're going to approach schools, and that's actually, Kristen asks on here, she said she's interested in doing one for my kid's school. What's the most effective way to do it? So Kristen, what you need to do is contact the school, find out who is over the fundraising of the school and meet with them. And say, I have package, can I have a time to come in, maybe come in to present to one of their parent teacher, or their, what are the PAC?
Parent council
meetings?
Student union, student,
whatever. They usually have like monthly meetings. Ask if you can come in and present your fundraising idea or your campaign or your opportunity that you can offer them. Bring in some samples, tell them why it's a great product, tell them, it's such a gifty product, all the reasons why people buy Scentsy, it's safe, we have stuff for kids, blah, blah, blah. But you have to get in with them. So schools are kind of, you have to get in first with them, right?
Yeah.
And you have to do it in
Find
advance.
your in.
Yeah. But everyone has kids that go to school. So you have to just go to the office, ask at the office at your school, who's in charge of your fundraising? Just ask, can I get a name and an email, a number? And then contact them. It's worth a contact, a phone call or an email for sure.
I had something too that I thought about was that maybe what I wanted to do was ask the fundraising people also, what is their return that they get from other fundraising that they do?
Right.
So that you could, when it's time to do a proposal for said organization, you can kind of go in there knowing what you need to offer them.
Yeah.
To make yours more appealing as well. So that's another key question to have open.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yep. And be prepared. They're going to want to ask you, how much are you going to give back? What commission are you going to give back? So you want to tell them. I would say, if we can get 25% of all commissions, make sure they understand that it's not on shipping and tax. On all 25% of products sold, you'll donate back. And if you can get over 2,000 PRV, which works out to be $2,400 of sales in Canada, so make sure you know your math, then you can donate 30% back. And you will keep whatever portion it costs you to buy the business supplies for the fundraiser, you will cover that with the part of the commissions as well and donate the rest back. So, but they're going to want to hear the amount that you give back, and then you can talk about possible incentives for the top sellers and just different strategies, using the host rewards or using ideas like Laurie did with gift certificates. So those are all things you can talk about. I think that's the last question.
Yeah.
We should probably wrap it up since we're already at 33 minutes.
Ooh, hopefully we haven't lost too many.
But you guys, seriously, just get out there and ask. Start small. Start with the needs that you see closest to you. And the other thing to approach people that love Scentsy. So your best customers and your hosts, they already love the products. So they're, I would say they're ones to hit up and just say, hey, do you have any kids in sports that need fundraising?
Yeah.
Start sending out messages though, guys, because trip points.
Oh, that's the thing that you really want to think about is trip points, because the volume and the promotions and all that adding up, together are going to flip you over, so you can go.
There is nothing like a fundraiser to boost that volume in your team volume.
Absolutely.
To help you promote. And even if you guys give back the commission, remember every PRV point is a trip point.
Yeah.
So even though you donate that commission back, that you still get those as trip points.
Yeah.
So this is a perfect season to do it.
Oh my gosh, this is so going to be easy.
The new catalog is so awesome,
Well,
all the new stuff.
It's I say easy, but when I say easy, I mean like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to work for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to work for those trips, right?
Yeah.
But when I mean easy, I mean like fun easy.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Do it. Yeah. Anyways, Kate, well, we'll let you guys go. But this was hopefully helpful. We'll post this online here, and then if you have more questions, we can continue to discuss. Okay,
Auf
bye.
Wiedersehen.